outside of the courthouse. Hopefully, you can hear me right now. I wanted to give a couple of updates. Again, trying something new, going live. So I'm gonna give, the first update, what just happened inside the courtroom. So I would say the judge came in this morning, Judge Subramanian. He came in, no nonsense. There was a note. Hi, Charlie. Good. There was a note that was sent to the judge and the defense, and obviously the government. They reviewed it yesterday at 4:30 p.m. and they came in this morning to try to resolve this and work it out. Hey, Dizzy, good to see you. So the note, it was a little confusing to me. Hey, Joy. Hey, Phoebe. The note was a little bit confusing, but they asked about the drug distribution predicate under the RICO. Hi, guys. Hey, MJ. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Josh. So the question was something along the lines of, if one person asks for drugs and the second person gives them these drugs, is the second person guilty of drug distribution? And they referred to actually a section on the charges for this question. They referred to page 37. And I think it was, my pen actually broke when I was writing notes, so I missed this part. So yeah, they referred to a certain section about the drug distribution. So I was like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. I did not see them having a question about drug distribution, but they did. So the defense wanted the court to answer their question and say that they should refer to the charge as a whole. However, the government and the judge did not want that. They wanted to make it a little bit simpler, as they thought if they said, refer to the charge as a whole, that would be misleading. So he said that, the judge, like, I have an obligation to answer this direct question, and he was again, not playing around. He was like even Mark Agnifilo was standing up and he's like, Judge, can I give an example? And the judge was like, no, you cannot give an example. So I was like, oh, okay. So let me see. They basically want to know, is a sale required for a distribution? And it's confusing. It absolutely is confusing. So, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. And thanks, AK, for sending everyone over here. So the defense also, they took a minute and they tried to come up with something that would work to send back to the jury. And the judge was like, nope, sorry, we're going with my original thought was to, again, explain it and refer to a certain section on the jury charges. And by the way, if you haven't seen the jury charges, I can put them up on Twitter. I have them in my email. Actually, Dizzy, I should send them to you and then you can distribute them as well. Because they're very long. I said that before. But yeah, so the defense also said, refer to page 38, lines 3 through 7. This is about intent to distribute. And again, the government and the judge, they were like, no, we can't point them here because that's misleading. So anyway, I don't think the defense is very happy right now. And they preserved that objection on the way the court handled sending this note back to the jury. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Okay, now let me go through. I'm going to sit here for a second. Let me talk about something that I think I may have been wrong on. And I really went through this on academics yesterday. But okay, I finally saw, as I left academics, I finally saw the verdict sheet. And I hadn't seen it before, the finalized one. It had been talked about. But guys, thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I said, I don't think that, I don't necessarily think the jury would find him guilty of racketeering based on what I saw in court, based on the fact that they might have reasonable doubt about XYZ. Okay, I'm now thinking they are going to find, they could find him guilty of racketeering very easily based on the verdict slip, because all they would need to do to find him guilty on racketeering is also find him guilty on a standalone sex trafficking charge, which, let's say that's Cassie, and let's say they found her guilty or found him guilty of violating the Mann Act as well, the transportation to engage in prostitution. Let's say he's found guilty of those two, but let's say they say not guilty on Jane, whatever. That is also under the RICO predicate. So, yeah, all they have to do is find him guilty on one count of sex trafficking and one count of violating the Mann Act, and that right there is your RICO, unless they feel like he did not have a co-conspirator. If that's the case, then they could just say no to RICO altogether. We don't believe he had a co-conspirator. That's that. But as far as the venue is there, and again, if they find him guilty of sex trafficking, Cassie, and violating the Mann Act, that's RICO. I mean, that is literally a 2-for-1. So I don't think, I intellectually I knew that, but I didn't put it together until I looked at the verdict sheet and the jury form. So yeah, this is definitely, it's definitely tense in there. I have to say, like I pointed out at the beginning of the stream, the judge did not seem like he was really in the mood for any arguments, nothing like that. He, and at one point I kind of saw, Agnifilo seemed a little bit nervous when he was making these arguments. He had a paper in his hands and it kind of looked like it was shaking a little bit. But yeah, let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone said no other race has these charges. Free Diddy. Oh, some of you guys are saying maybe not great things. Yeah, but let me know what you think. I put the verdict slip or the jury slip up on my Twitter, which is at Conlin_Lauren. And like I said, I really was under the impression that they might have some issues with the RICO charge, but now that I've actually taken a look at it, I don't think they will. I think that again, it's quite possible he could be convicted on RICO again because they get a 2-for-1 here with the sex trafficking and with the transportation to engage. And there's here, I'll see. People are supporting. Do you see that? Can you see that? She's a sign that says can't stop, won't stop. Got it. So yes, he still has a lot of supporters. I'm trying to think what else. So yesterday, it was equally, I guess, as tense. Oh, also Diddy this morning, he turned around to his mom in court after the judge left the bench and everything. He said something like he likes his mom's shirt and he likes her outfit. He said it pretty loudly too. So let me look and see. Diddy should pay his supporters more. Oh my gosh, hung jury. This is and listen, if they're hung on Cassie's sex trafficking, then that means they could be hung on the RICO as well, unless they're unequivocally unanimous on some of the other RICO charges like bribery and kidnapping and obstruction. But oh my gosh, I don't. At this point, I am like, I have no idea what is going through the jury's head, except I just didn't expect a question, I guess, on the drug distribution. I really didn't. So, read the super chat. Sorry, that's what happens. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. Okay, take, Lauren. Thank you so much. Let me see. Mike Sam, thank you so much for the memberships. That's so nice. I didn't realize I was supposed to read these. Great work. Thank you. I really, oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Thank you so much. Academics, are you kidding me? That is so generous. Holy moly. I don't even know what to say. That's so kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So nice. How do I do this? You said you'd start going live and now you're live. Yes, I'm trying. But again, like I said, it's weird because it's like we don't have our phones. Obviously, it's federal court. You know this by now. And so I'm sitting there. I don't want to miss anything. However, the one good thing I will say at this point is that we gave our emails to somebody on the 8th floor. So they are emailing us when a note comes in, and just, they emailed us all the jury charges and the verdict slip and everything, but also the verdict slip. And I think the jury charges are on the docket if you want them. Some people are asking about a verdict today. Ooh, I don't know. I personally think that we could get a verdict tomorrow. I think that, let me go. You know what? Does anybody have the verdict or the jury slip in front of them? Is the drug distribution, is that one of the first predicates on there? Do you know? I should have printed it out. But because if it is, that could mean they're going in order. Who knows? I mean, yeah, who knows? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hold on. How do I'm clicking on it. I'm so stupid with you. Okay. Salute, salute, Queen. Big AK sent me. Love your covers. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I'm clicking all these. It's so hard. Ugh. You and AK look good together. Thanks. Thank you so much, and thank you again for the memberships. This is so nice. Okay. Yeah, no. So Dizzy, wait. Racketeering is first, yes, but what are the predicates under there? Because I'm wondering if they possibly went in order when they're asking questions about about these predicate acts. But yeah, I can't believe it, because yesterday I'm on academics and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if which way they're going to go on RICO. I'm guessing not guilty because of XYZ. And thanks, Vanessa. But now again, after seeing this form, I don't know anymore. I really don't know. She didn't care. She's married. Yes, I am married with children. Thank you. Lorna, thank you so much. Oh wait, do you just click on the I'm so dumb. Do you click on the There you go. Okay, it's in order. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Okay. Let me see. I'm waiting for Dizzy to look at that sheet. Dizzy, okay. Acts involving kidnapping, arson, bribery, tampering. Okay. All right. So drug distribution is not first. So maybe that's good. Maybe that means they didn't have any questions on that, and this was just their one question. So let me see. Thank you, MJ, as well. So where is the drug distro? Where is that on the... Because I'm afraid if I pull this up, my screen will just go black. I feel like, I don't know. Thank you, Marsha. That's so nice of you. I don't know. I don't know what some of these comments mean. I really don't understand. But yes, I would love for you all to like and subscribe to my channel as I try to grow it, because there's a lot of cases that need to be covered after this one, and there's a lot going on down here in downtown Manhattan and elsewhere. But some people say they overcharge to get a charge. Well, I think some of you might remember that they added the Mann Act charges pretty much, I think, a couple of months before this actually went to trial. They added the transportation to engage in prostitution, and the defense tried to get it dropped again before the trial started, and they cited that it was a racist charge, and that he shouldn't be charged with this in the first place. Be respectful, chat. I don't even know what was said for someone to say that, but I'm scared. It continues on page 2, involving trafficking. Okay, so drug distro was last, MJ. That's what it seems like. So either they didn't have questions on the other predicate acts, right? Because this was last, or maybe they went backwards and started there, and maybe they will have questions. However, it does seem like, oh, hey, how's it going? Good. It does seem like they resolved the Juror 25 issue on their own. I mean, I could be wrong, but I was happy to hear that, because I think when they came back initially, basically 30 or 40 minutes after breaking for the first time, and they had an issue within, I was like, oh man, this jury might not be getting along. It might be difficult. So, but no, it seems like they've hopefully worked it out. Let me see. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. So nice. I really appreciate you. 360 Jeezy, thank you. Oh, thank you, Cortez. You're so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody. Um, Thank you, Dreamlit Beats. What else yesterday too that I didn't get to talk about? Oh, Diddy actually he had the one AirPod in yesterday when he was sitting at the table with his attorneys, and this was after the judge uh, got off the bench because he hangs out in the courtroom for a few minutes and then they all disperse. The government leaves right away when the judge is off the bench, but he had one AirPod in, and I was wondering what he was listening to with the one AirPod. One of his lawyers, Nicole Westmoreland, she always has one AirPod in, and part of me was like, oh, does he have her other one? I don't know. But let me see. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think that Sean and I are gonna go back at some point to academics today, but I'm so nervous because I do feel like the jury is making progress here. So I'm scared, I'm scared to leave. But who knows? Maybe I'll wait until the afternoon and we'll see what happens. But hey, how's it going? Gross if he's sticking her. Oh. I mean, I don't know if he's sorry. I don't know if whose AirPod he's using. I mean, I just assume it's not his AirPod because he can't have AirPods in federal jail. But who knows? Yeah, whose it is. But like, I just wondered what he was listening to. I mean, what are you listening to in court? I have no idea. Um, oh, well, thank you so much. Oh wait, I already said that. Thank you. That's not showing up. Dub sauce, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. There's a message held for review. I don't want to even know what that is. But it's quiet back here. I'm wondering if, let me check. Hold on. What I'm going to do really fast is check my email to make sure that a note didn't come back, and then you'll see my face in 2 seconds. Let me just say there's nothing. No note yet. So here we are. Let me see. So in the courtroom this morning, Diddy's mother was there. Charlucci, who has been there every day, he was not. He wasn't there yet. His children were not there. Oh, you know who showed up today that I didn't see yesterday, but I was like a little bit late yesterday, so maybe she split. But Dana Tran, the mother of his daughter Love, she showed up today. She's very beautiful. I do need mods. Yeah, maybe I do need mods. Oh no, I can't. Don't say that. Come on. I'm not gonna read that. Wow, 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 wow. So I just want to know what everybody is thinking. And did your minds change? And I'm not saying your opinion per se. You don't have to say your opinion, but do you think now that you've seen the jury slip, how my mind kind of changed in terms of the jury here? Do you think they could find him guilty of RICO at this point very, very easily if they think that he is guilty of trafficking Cassie and violating the Mann Act? Um, like I said, my mind changed. Now I think the jury most certainly will have an easier time with the racketeering. Let me know your thoughts. Again, I'd say the only way at this point that I think that he wouldn't be, they wouldn't check any predicate boxes is if they do not believe that KK was his co-conspirator, and if they do not believe that, actually, yeah, I'd say KK or D-Rock. I guess they have two options there. I think they would lean more towards KK. Thanks, Andy. And the thing is, I don't know if the jury slip is necessarily BS. I see that comment. I know what you're saying. I think the jury slip is actually very clear. They are making it very, very easy for the jury at this point to not be confused. I think what you're saying is you feel like it's BS because of what he's charged with, but that's pretty much how it works. They have to list those predicate acts. I'm just surprised that they are able to do that. I mean, that is the law, but the defense didn't heavily object on that little 2-for-1, the trafficking and the Mann Act under RICO, and then the standalone charges. And I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did object at some point. I just have to go back and look at the transcripts and see what was said because, uh, yeah, I mean, again, they are following the law. But if I was the defendant here, I would be like, wow, this is a really good, there's a really good chance I could be convicted on both of these and spend life in prison because of the connected charges. So let me see what you guys just said. Let's see. And sorry, I know it's very unprofessional. I do have gum in my mouth. I didn't know where to spit it because I don't like to spit it on the ground. I don't want anyone to step in it, but I do need to get rid of it somehow. Let me see. What are you guys saying? It says Diddy is guilty. Drunk drivers belong in prison. Yeah, true. Let me see. What is that? A scorpion? Big. What is it? Big. Diddy might beat this. Nothing bigger than the chat. Let me see. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're fine. You're at court, not us. Oh. Sorry, I was trying to look and see what you guys say about him beating some of the thank you so much. I'm Millionaire? What was that song? That song's really old. I forget what he sang. But it was like a one-hit wonder, I thought. Come on. Come on, come on. I'm not reading that. There is a trash can somewhere that I can spit it. It's around, I'll have to walk around. Thanks, guys. I'm looking to see what you guys think. You said the judge. Okay, I don't think the judge is biased at all. I think Judge Subramanian has done a really good job in trying to be fair and trying to accommodate both the government and the defense. And I say that because obviously I've been here the entire time. I've seen the objections he sustains. I've seen the ones he overrules. I've seen evidence he lets in. And I've also seen, a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, he doesn't just say, no, this evidence is not accepted to, whichever side, unless it's completely inappropriate or egregious. He'll say, why don't we take this evidence? Why don't you redact certain parts and I'll allow certain parts in? That's why I don't think that he's biased in any way. I mean, I guess one could say that judges generally do somewhat favor the prosecution. And that's just because they sort of work for the same team. But I don't think that is the case here at all. I haven't seen any type of bias from Judge Subramanian. I mean, I will say too, like his temperament has also been really even though we have seen instances like this morning where I feel like he's had enough. And there's been days too where he's had enough. But I mean, come on, he's a human being. He's not a robot. And I think all of us are like that, where it's like you catch us on the wrong morning and we're like, we're done here. Let me see what you guys are saying so I don't miss this. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Shout out AKR Block, please. And thanks, DDV. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Peace. That's so nice. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And let me know if anybody also has questions about what's going on in there in terms of, any questions about the government, any questions about, about the judge. I really, again, do not think he's been biased at all. And I know that I was following first I was doing the following the Harvey Weinstein case before this, and also Karen Reed. And it's funny, there's a lot of sidebars in the Diddy trial. There have been a lot, and there have been a lot of arguments before, during, breaks, after, and I really have never seen the judge, one, deny a sidebar. He has never denied one. And number two, he's never seemed exasperated when, we just had a sidebar and a lawyer requests another one. He is never exasperated. He is always like, no problem. He's so fine with that. And I think that the judge in the Karen Reed case, she was not necessarily like that. We would hear her sigh into the microphone a lot about these sidebars and just didn't seem as patient. Judge Subramanian, very patient. And then in turn, I felt like the Harvey Weinstein judge, Curtis Farber, he was good, but he did not have this courtroom that seemed to be in order like Judge Subramanian does. This courtroom is in order. We are on schedule. We are on track. Again, we didn't get breaks towards the end. He wanted to make sure the jury's time was respected, and he wants them to get out of here just as much as they do. So I'm a fan of him. I have to say, I really am. Let me read some of this. Hey, Wendy, good to see you. Let me see. Okay. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Lauren, do you have a good looking sister friend? My sister is, no, my sister's married, but do I have any friends? I don't know. I've got to think. I actually don't, I feel like I have no friends anymore because I've been doing this and I haven't really been, uh, very social lately, but let me see what else. Who is my favorite on the defense team? That's a good question. Like, I mean, I think I do have maybe a favorite attorney on both sides. I have a favorite on the government side, and I do have a favorite, I guess, on the defense side. But I'll start with the defense. I do think that Tenny Garagos is really an amazing attorney. I think that she is very skilled, but it's also there's something inside her, I feel like, that you can't have any type of training to be. And it's because she just has this genuine thing about her. And I've said this before. It's like you're talking to one of your girlfriends. So I feel like she was able to get some of the witnesses tripped up without them even knowing that it was coming. And I'm kind of referring to Jane in a way, because Diddy has he's got an amazing team, right? Like Nicole Westmoreland, she's incredible as well. But I feel like the difference there is that they know it's coming. Same with Brian Steele. They know these guys are pit bulls and they've just got to be ready on the witness stand to get called out. And so it's not so much a shock, but with Tenny, it's more of a sneak attack. And so I thought she was very skilled in that. And again, I think all of his attorneys are great. Mark Agnifilo is great in his own way. He just, again, seems like this unassuming guy. Even him, just, you've seen the videos of him walking into court with his bag. This guy's like a multimillionaire. He's just so down to earth. Before I go into who my favorite on the government is, let me pull up some of these chats because I really appreciate you guys. I don't even know. After the devil made, JK, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, I read that. Thank you again. Okay, so on the government, I will say Maureen Comey. I mean, she is so buttoned up. She is so good. She never stutters. She's always just spitting. She's spitting the law. She's spitting case law. She's on it. She is good. She does not miss an objection. She just doesn't miss anything. And also, Slavic is very sharp as well. And I'll say, these women, they are just not messing around. I do feel like, and I think I've been a bit honest about this, or I got a little honest yesterday on AK, but they were given this case really, they were it was thrown onto their laps by Damian Williams. He left. They really had to work with what they had to work with. And they did their best with these witnesses. And I think that depending on who you ask, some people do think that a lot of these witnesses were incredibly effective. Again, it depends on who you ask. So this is why it's so hard to predict which way the jury will go. I feel like also I was looking at some of the descriptions back in my notes of these jurors, and I'm going to go through the super chats in a second. Sorry, but some of these jurors, I think that Diddy should be worried about is there is a social worker on the jury, and there is also a nurse on the jury. So I think that Diddy should be very worried about these jurors, as well as some of the analytical guys. So we'll see, because some of these analytical people, they might be more familiar with the government's angle to everything and the government's close, the charts and the graphs, but who knows? We'll see. And then meanwhile, half of the jury, and again, I said this on Academics' stream yesterday, I feel like, Agnifilo and Diddy's team, they knew what they were doing with this close. They had to have, right? It clearly was strategic. He was talking to the 8 male jurors. That was my opinion as to why he took this route, and it was so risky, I guess. I mean, maybe some people don't think it was risky, but I thought that the sarcasm angle was risky. But I think it was most likely effective to some jurors because I saw them laughing and kind of interested. All right, let me go to these super chats. We love you, Lauren. You deserve it. Keep putting in work. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. Tell everyone watching to subscribe to your channel. Oh yes, please subscribe. That would be so nice. I promise I will start hitting this channel hard with content. I promise, especially after this case is over, I'm going to make a push. I think I got oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I keep putting that up. Sorry. Let me see. Thanks for the coverage. Keep going, Lauren. Yes, I will. Lauren, I live for you. Oh no, don't do that. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Don't get no oil on that blue. Yeah, and I hope I didn't offend anyone yesterday, because when I was on Academic stream, because I do, I stand by. I understand the foundation being laid for the government did have a lot to do with baby oil. I get that. I get why. To a degree, they had to go that route. But yeah, I did say a few times, I think on Academics, I find the baby oil evidence in this case just so crazy. I find it to be so outlandish that this is pretty much the Astroglide. This is like the biggest piece of evidence in certain elements that we saw, or the most viewed piece of evidence. I mean, but I get it. I understand, but I can't help it. And I haven't watched SNL for a while. I don't even know if are they making reruns, or I don't know. But I was envisioning SNL doing a parody about this trial, but again, it's not televised, so who knows what they would even do. But really, just making fun of the baby oil and the Astroglide, kind of like we've seen in memes. So again, I don't want to offend anybody with that, but it is weird if you take a step back and you think about the baby oil in this case. And I just know that at the beginning, if you remember, I'll go through the super chats in a minute. If you remember, I think it was like day 2 or 3. And it was Cassie on the stand. I stepped out just to make a short video because I was so stunned by the baby oil, the questioning, what was the brand, how many bottles, how big were the bottles, and then she talked about the getting in the tub full of baby oil, and I just kept thinking to myself, there has to be more. You know what? This gum is gross. I have to spit it. Sorry, I have to spit it in a piece of paper. Hold on. So I just kept thinking to myself, there has to be more as to why they are, going so hard on this baby oil. And obviously I read, different news articles. I watched videos and stuff, and you see that rumor, oh, there's GHB in the baby oil, etc. And so I think I was waiting for that. And when there was really nothing more to the baby oil than he, 1, used it during hotel nights consistently, and his assistants picked it up for him. I guess that's 2. And then 3, it, quote, affected interstate commerce because it was manufactured in New Jersey, and it crossed state lines to, to be part of these hotel nights, these wild keg nights. I was like, whoa. So that was it. So yeah, I that's crazy to me. That is crazy, but I completely understand. I get it. Okay, let me go to these chats. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Jamaica in the building. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you, honestly. I like so generous, you guys. This is so generous. Belle, thank you so much. Thank you for your hard work and dedication during this trial. Your coverage is very insightful and appreciated. Please also let us know where you purchased your blouse. Oh my gosh, this shirt is H&M. I'm on, oh, maybe Zara. It's like it's either way, it's under like $35. So, but thank you so much. I probably shouldn't say that. No, this is very expensive. No, it's not expensive. Not at all, not at all. And actually, I want to just shout also, just speaking of not expensive, these glasses that I've been wearing, I got sent these glasses and some other, they're bifocals. Can't read my own handwriting, can't see the evidence on the screen. Um, I got sent these by Foster Grant. They're the Sofia Vergara design. So these are also like under $40, and I am obsessed with them. Everybody should get them. They're so good. Okay, let me see what else. Did I miss any of these? Smashing it, Lauren. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big R's that you see, AK. You see how we're giving it up. K Block could never. I don't know what that means. Can someone let me know? I'm not sure what K Block and R Block mean. Oh yeah, no, not expensive. Thank you so much though. Uh, you guys are so funny. Yeah, it feels good to get the gum out of my mouth. That was gross. Okay, let me know if you guys have any more questions. I'll check my email in a second to see if a note came back. Uh, and what I would really like, and I don't know how to do this exactly or how to get them to pay attention to me, but I mean, I would love to interview a juror after this is all over, of course. Um, I saw after the Karen Reed trial was over, I saw people like tweet and say, if you're a juror, hit me up. I know that there's a guy that is in charge of all the jurors here. Maybe I can get his email. I just don't know if the list will be impounded. I'm actually surprised that nobody has found juror 6 just yet after he left, because that would be an interesting interview to see which way he was leaning in terms of everything. But Mike from K-Town, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And yes, thank you, Dizzy. Dizzy is great. Dizzy knows everything about every case. Give her a follow on Twitter. Dizzy, what's your Twitter handle? If you are interested in criminal cases, she's got every single motion, every single indictment. I mean, she's where it's at. Yes, Wolfish Supremacy, you are so welcome for going live. I see your comments. And also, yes, there's Dizzy's handle is Hey Dizzy. Give her a follow on X. She's really good. And yes, I see, so I was gonna say that I do see a lot of the comments on YouTube, and I don't respond to all of them because at the end of the day my fingers have been hurting from notes, but you guys have been so nice, and there's been some like hard days, I would say, and there's been some days that it's felt pretty exhausting. It's felt I don't know, like a little weird, but your comments have been just so nice. So thank you. Say my channel's name. Oh, Repo is live in the chat straight from AK Lauren. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. Say my channel's name. It is Pop Crime TV. Pop Crime TV. Thank you so much. So yeah, don't forget to sub and like for more cases and more coverage after this. Let me see. I know Dizzy is the closest that I kind of have to a mod at this second. Oh hey MJ, MJ, you're amazing too. I would say MJ is also pretty close to a mod at this point. If Afton was here, I would see if I saw some of the regulars that have been sticking with me for, gosh. So I started this channel last summer, doing lives once a week, maybe twice a week, but, and these great people have stuck with me. So thank you. Okay, let's see what else. So, I was going to say, I think that everybody should take a moment again to read the verdict slip and also read through the jury charges. And if you don't want to read through the 118 pages, what I'll do is I'll put these on X, or if I don't have time, if something happens, I'll send them to Dizzy and drop them into Grok and get an idea of what they say, what the jury is seeing, and honestly, ask yourself, if you saw this and you've been following this case, would you check these predicate boxes for RICO? What would you do? Ask yourself that. I will put those up because I think that what's so interesting is you maybe think that you wouldn't, right? Just based on what you've heard as a whole, but once you read the law and the instructions, you're like, "Oh shoot, this is harder." Um, oh, thank you so much, King Buck. Um, but what I will say again, and I said this yesterday on Academics' show, and I think I've said this before. Number one, if the jury feels like a certain witness, their testimony is just not reliable, they can toss that out. They can toss everything they said out. Which, I had spoken about Capricorn Clark. I think that I was so. I mean, I don't think in my entire history of following trials, which has only been a couple of years, I have never changed my mind so much between a direct examination and a cross examination. I will tell you, Capricorn Clark, during her direct examination, for the most part, I was like, wow, this is an incredibly important witness for the government. She just made things very complicated for the defense. And then when Agnifilo did his cross, I was like, oh, wow, he just really made me think about everything she said as a whole because he got her to say certain things that she was like, well, actually, I don't really remember. And then during his summation, when he put it all together at how she remembered this car chase in vivid detail. I mean, he read through the transcript, vivid detail, but Kid Cudi and the cop who was there had no recollection of it at all. I was like, oh my gosh, well, if she remembered that in vivid detail and nobody else remembered anything, that's number one. Number two, the whole thing about Lauren London possibly being on the phone when she called Cuddy and Cassie. And then also the gun thing being in question. She told Lauren London she was scared of mountain lions and she didn't mention the gun. She didn't mention the gun to Cuddy, even though he was on his way over to Diddy's house or his house with Diddy in there. That just made me rethink her entire testimony. And I think where that could help the defense, if the jury felt the same way, maybe they didn't, that right there goes to her kidnapping. That also goes to forced labor, which is the whole, she was owed overtime and Diddy ripped up this $80,000 note that she was owed. And again, I'm more inclined to believe that the overtime, like that probably did happen. However, based on everything else she said, is the jury going to say, well, I don't know, none of this stuff was reliable? But so, yeah, so that's where I'm thinking, certain witnesses could, for the defense, or I'm sorry, for the government, could actually help Diddy if their entire testimony, the jury thinks that it wasn't great anyway. So let me see. Let me see. Thank you guys. You're so nice. You're so nice. You're so nice. Lauren, sorry for an unrelated question. What was your reaction to the Karen Reed verdict? Oh my gosh. That was crazy. I remember walking out of court when the Karen Reed jury sent a note back and everyone's like, there's going to be a verdict. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I always thought that Karen Reed, I never was convinced that she hit John O'Keefe with her car. However, I always had a hard time with the idea of a conspiracy of people that wanted to kill him, but I never thought she did it. I was always very confused, and I really wanted more of an investigation. I mean, I wanted the police to look into a possible, if they did their job, which I don't believe the police did. I think that, yeah, that case could have been a bit more, I don't know, or I should say it could have been a little less toxic, if you will. But yeah. Let me see if I missed any super chats here. I started, yes, Shanji is so nice. He's so nice. I liked how we could have a discussion yesterday, academic Sean and I, about the case. And, we had some differing opinions, but I felt glad that we could, go back and forth. So let me see. coming over from academics to show some love. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much. That's so nice. So nice. What is this? Thank you. Cobby K. That's an interesting name. Is that is that short for something? Just wondering. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Let me see. I'm looking. I don't think they meant to end him. They just covered it up after a bad accident. Wait, MJ, what is that for? Did I miss something? And who? Oh, you're saying John O'Keefe. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm switching topics. I'm like, what? Let me see here. I'm reading the super chats. I read them. I'm caught up. I'm all caught up. Tell us, Alyssa. What did Alyssa say? Oh yeah, wait till you hear what rapper Remy Ma did this morning. Yeah, what happened? I do not know this. Diddy clearly got away with things he should have never ever been allowed to get away with, some of which we may never know. Okay, so this comment is important and it's interesting because academics actually made a comparison to OJ Simpson as well. So when, OJ was acquitted, he kind of said, was OJ targeted after? Was this, and my opinion on that is OJ wasn't targeted, no, but during sentencing, I mean, did they want to throw the book at him? I'm sure, because listen, that judge doesn't live under a rock, obviously. And I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't live in this judge's head, whatever. But I mean, I could see that being the case. Like, let's throw the book at him when it comes down to sentencing because he got away with so much for so long. Wait, okay, jury note. Okay, I'm going. And don't worry. Thanks, Dizzy. Okay, so yeah, don't worry that usually it takes like 5 minutes for everyone to get settled with the jury note. The judge takes his time. So I'm gonna go inside. Thanks, Dizzy. You're the best. Go inside, check out this jury note, and I'll be back later. And most likely I'll be back with AK later. So here, you guys can walk with me to the front of the building. I probably have crap all over my butt from sitting there. Oh, here's another super chat. Sorry if you see my double chin. Let me see. On behalf of the chat, I apologize for the jokes. Oh, it's okay. We just like having fun. We think you're extremely beautiful. Oh, thank you. Keep moving forward from Axe Chat, Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you so much. I know that everyone's kidding. Don't worry. I can definitely take a joke. Don't worry. And I'm also kidding too sometimes when I say, they said I had a big forehead. Wah. I mean, I do have a big forehead. Okay. Let me see. You guys want to see what's going on out here? I'll show you really quick. All right, so I'll be back later. And like, yeah, follow me on Twitter if I don't have a chance to go live again, or I feel like I probably won't go live again today, probably tomorrow, but I'll be with academics, but I'll do another video and I'll update on Twitter. So, okay. Yep, I'm going back in for the note, guys. All right, I'll talk to you later.